What's up, family? Man, I want to jump on and have a heart-to-heart with you guys real quick. Man, we have to grow up. We have to grow up. Man, we have life messed up. We really do. Man, a while back, God had to show me, Elijah, triggers are not a bad thing. But you guys are so messed up. You guys will go to war with the person who triggered you. You guys will hate the person who triggered you. You would try to destroy the person who triggered you, as opposed to sitting your stupid, ignorant ass down and learning some shit. We would go to war with the person who set us off, not understanding that that's how God, source, the universe, the Most High, triggers us. That's how God, source, the Most High, gets our attention so that we can learn some shit. See, so many of us, we're wanting God, source, universe, to tell us, hey, you got a problem in this area. You got a problem in this. We want God to speak it specifically. Hey, you got anger issues. Hey, you got low self-esteem issues. Hey, you got this, you got this, you got this, you got this. We want God to make it black and white for us. But that's not how God's source universe works. God's source universe says, okay, you say you want to grow up. You say you want to reach your full potential. You say you want to go deeper in the spirit realm. You say you want to do whoop, do whoop, do whoop. You say you want to be a beacon of love, a beacon of light. You say you're a star seed. You say you're a chosen one. Okay, bet. We're going to allow these people to come into your life, and they're going to set you off. They're going to trigger you. What the trigger means is they're going to do something, say something that messes with your emotions. And you're going to have an emotional reaction to what they did, what they said. That emotional reaction is your way of understanding if you're in alignment with God, if you're in alignment with Source, if you're in alignment with the Most High, like you say you are. When you have this emotional reaction, that's God's way of showing you you have a problem in this area. When you have an emotional reaction to this area right here, and it puts you on one, it sets you off, it makes you feel hurt and sad and pissed and whatever it does. That's God's way of trying to get your attention so you can understand, okay, wait a minute. It's not really about the person. I'm making it about the person because they're making me feel some kind of way. But the truth is, they're not making me feel any damn thing. That's my body. That's God said, hey, knock, knock. You got a problem in this area. When are you going to grow up emotionally and spiritually and learn how to understand triggers? And learn that trigger is just a reaction from something that happened or something that was said, something you saw. That's all an emotional reaction is. It's a trigger. And we have to grow up, and we have to understand that, and stop attacking the people who quote unquote triggered us. And understand that in that moment, that person is not your fucking enemy like we make them out to be. See, we want to tear people down and rip them a new ass for triggering us. Because we're emotionally stuck on stupid and too ignorant to understand that God is getting your attention. Source, the Most High, is getting your attention to get you to understand some stuff about you, to get you to grow up and face and deal with some stuff. But we have life all backwards. We blast the person who triggered us. And we praise the ignorant motherfuckers that ain't doing shit for us. You know what I mean? Motherfuckers is bringing all this negativity and drama into our fucking life and is keeping us current with all the gossip and all the stupid ass shit. We lift this motherfucker up as business, man. They're so knowledgeable and they're so da-da-da and they're so da-da-da and they're so aware of what's going on and da-da-da-da, da-da-da, and they're dumbing your fucking ass down and you too fucking ignorant to understand it. And the person who's triggering you, the person who's trying to get your motherfucking attention to get you to grow up and heal, you're blasting them. You're tearing them down. See, people who bring the truth, they're not really accepted by the masses. People who bring the honest truth, you know what I mean? The same thing, but people who bring that raw truth, people who don't give a fuck about trying to appease your fucking feelings, your fucking ego, and they just gonna say what it is because it is what it is, and they ain't sugarcoating shit, and they ain't walking on eggshells or tiptoeing around your fucking feelings. See, we don't like people like that for the most part. We want people to bow down to us and kiss our fucking ass and make us feel good about ourselves. We don't really like people that give us that fucking truth that just slaps the dog shit out of you. We always got something to say about them type of people, because they're triggering us. And we don't like the fact that we've been triggered. And we don't want to grow the fuck up emotionally and spiritually and understand that, damn, this person is really trying to help me. That may not be their intent, but God, Source, Universe, the Most High, is using this motherfucker right here as a teacher at that moment. You ain't got to like the fact that God is using this motherfucker in your life. Nobody told you you had to like that shit. But when you grow the fuck up emotionally and spiritually, you understand. Now hold on, wait a minute. Let me get outside of my fucking feelings. Let me get outside of my fucking ego and understand what the fuck is going on. Let me take a real good look at this shit. Let me see who's really got my back and who really don't. Let me see who's really trying to help me be all that I'm capable of being. Why do I get triggered when this motherfucker walk around me? Why do I get triggered when this motherfucker say some shit? Why do I get triggered when this motherfucker do some shit? See, you could just be around certain people and their presence triggers you. Their presence puts you on one. And we don't understand that shit. And so many of us will just sit back because we're fucked up emotionally and spiritually, and we think we're better than what we really are, and we got the game really fucked up. We'll say, oh, my spirit is they got that negative energy and da-da-da-da, and that's why it's upsetting my spirit. Nah, motherfucker, your spirit's fucked up. And I understand that there's certain people that have negative energy. But just because they got negative energy shouldn't mean that they trigger you. Just because there's people that's on their bullshit and they doing the most with all that drama and all, it shouldn't be that that's a fucking trigger for you. Unless that's the area you need to deal with. Unless that's the area you need to heal from. But we'll say that these people, man, they got all these demonic spirits and all this other shit, and that's why we just don't connect and whoop the whoop, and you just don't like being around them and da. Nah, motherfucker, for the most of us, man, we don't like being around motherfuckers that's gonna hold the fucking mirror up to us and allow us to see who the fuck we are, because we don't really like seeing who we are. We like putting on this persona of, man, we got our shit straight, and man, we're super deep and super religious and super spiritual and all this other stupid shit, when the reality is we're fucked up. And we don't want people to know it. We don't want people to see it. We don't want people to see our fucking insecurities. We don't want people to see that we don't really like ourselves. And so let's do things and say things to make it appear as though we're so in love with ourselves. We'll do things and say things to make it appear as though we're so confident. Game recognize game. Real recognize real. I'm gonna say that again, and I don't believe most of you caught that. Game recognize game. Real recognize real. We know that if you're from the street. You grow up knowing that game recognize game, real recognize real. We know that, right? If you know that game recognize game, real recognize real, how come you got life fucked up? How come you praising all these motherfuckers spreading this stupid ass shit? And you attacking the people that's triggering you? You're attacking the teachers that's spitting that fire, that's fucking your shit up. See, you attack those people because you don't recognize them. You got to catch that. Game recognize game. Real recognize real. The truth is you with that bullshit, that fake ass shit, that superficial shit, that pretentious shit. That's who you really are. That's not who you want to be, but that's who you are. That's why you pump they shit up. That's why you love they shit. Because you just as fake as them. You just as phony as them. You're attacking the teachers that God put into your life that have triggered you, that are triggering you. You attack them and you tear them down. Because the truth is, you're not connected to God. And that's a hard pill to swallow. If you are connected to God like you say you are, if you're connected to Source like you say you are, you would recognize and understand that that person is being used for your growth and development. That that person is being used to help you face some shit, to help you begin the process of healing some areas of your life. Game recognize game. Real recognize real. But you're tearing these teachers down. You tearing that person down that's triggering you. And again, I don't give a fuck what they did. I don't give a fuck that's your baby daddy and he's sorry, he ain't shit with do. He's been used by, at that moment, to trigger you. He's been used by God, Source, the Most High, to teach you some shit. But you can't recognize that because you're not connected to God. You're not connected to Source. Because when you get connected to God and Source, you see things from a totally different perspective. And you're able to see the real. And you're able to see that, dang, this person, I don't like this person, and this person said da-da-da and da-da-da, and this is the reason why I don't like them, because the truth is they triggered me. And I don't like being triggered. Because I don't understand what being triggered is. I just know it makes me feel some kind of way, and I don't like that. And so I say, out of my fucking ignorance, that you're fucking up my peace. You're fucking up my vibrations. So I can't fuck with you. Because you on some low vibrating bullshit. See how spiritual, super spiritual we get? Because we're too ignorant to understand that God is using that person. At that moment, that person, whether they're a drug addict, whether they're a liar, whether they're a thief, they don't fucking matter. God is using that person. And you completely missed it. You're standing in judgment of that person, oblivious of the fact that they're being used by the Most High to aid in your growth and development, to aid in your healing, to aid in your awareness of yourself. We have to grow up. We have to stop faking the funk like we all that. Like we know who we really are. Because the truth is, we've got this game fucked up. We got life fucked up. Man, hope and pray I said something to encourage you, to inspire you, to even challenge your way of thinking. We have to grow up, family. We have to get connected to God, Source, the universe, the Most High, and understand that triggers are a beautiful thing. A beautiful thing. And as you begin your healing process, and as you begin to grow, you'll learn to embrace and love triggers. That's the whole point, to learn to accept and embrace and love the triggers. Because you know you've been taught something. You know you're going to grow. You know you're going to heal. It is what it is. I love you guys. Thank you for rocking out with me. Happy healing. Peace.